Welcome back to the lab. Monday morning, getting sidetracked. Trailers. Can we work on trailers? I think we can. We've worked on a few trailers over the years, so why not do another one? This is, we're just going to smash through this really quickly in between things. The priority is actually that up there, but this one here, good customer, the fellow that owns the Low Cost 7, if you haven't seen that, have a look through those videos. Bit of a I don't know what you'd call that one, a finishing off job and modernising it while we're at it. It wasn't really a resto mod, it was a modernised finish off mod, however we're going to call that. So this same sort of deal, I don't know the exact history. The current owner has put a couple of things on there, but not a whole lot, and he's I don't know, paraphrasing I guess, but he's basically tired of turning up to the track and having a trailer that's a bit sort of, you know, it looks like an old trailer. It does the job, like it actually works perfectly fine. It's got a little bit of an issue with the toe in on that wheel there, quite a lot, like 13 mils or something we measured it, so I need to straighten that out. But he just wants it to look nice, and so I sort of threw it out there that if it wasn't absolutely stuffed, which it's not, run through and hit it with a hammer in a few places. So the hammer's still there and the earmuffs, and it's kind of sound. It's just a little bit rough and a little bit weird the way some things have been done. And so I threw it at him that we should galvanise it, and then it'll look like a new trailer and it'll be good. But there's some things to delete before we galvanise it. We don't really understand why there's a piece of angle iron sitting underneath the box section, or the box section sitting within the angle iron. And then this other little piece of box section that's kind of just sitting here, going nowhere and doing nothing, and some pretty choice welding going on in some spots. It's very asymmetrical. We've got a lot of tabs and stuff on this side, and then they're just not there on that side. And then there's some weird little pieces like these bits of angle that are just in the middle of nowhere, just chilling out, doing nothing. There's a little bit of a brace here for the side that looks relatively well done as far as welding goes, but why do you weld on just that one corner and not have it sitting underneath, and then that brace is not there on the other side? So, and then this is all hanging up here in the breeze, and then sitting down level back here, and then again, what's this? Yeah, so first things first, it used to be a tilting trailer by the looks of it, right? And then it was converted to not be. So there's a whole heap of stuff that doesn't need to be there. First things first is, I'll clean up my mess, I guess. We've got the big angle grinder out, whole lot of cut off discs, dust mask and goggles, all safety gear. Get in here and delete some stuff that we don't need. All right, it's lunchtime. I've been out foraging. And if that looks like there's enough material there to build a whole new trailer, he's just being silly. I'd never say I'm going to repair it and then go and buy enough material to build a whole new trailer. So after having a bit of a measure, and then ring up and get some pricing, and then ring the customer, it was decided we should probably just build a new trailer, because I've got to chop this section out of the front here. By the time you go through and remove this, and remove the rails off the sides, and remove the end off there, and some other ugly things, it was less than $1,000 for all the material to start from scratch. And then you don't have to take anything apart, so you don't lose whatever it's going to be 3 hours of cutting to get everything to pieces and all your discs and all that sort of carry on. You can just start from fresh. We've already got dimensions, they work, it just needs to be done nicely. So we've already got the two pieces for the end cut and the 4 lengths. We're going to do it a little bit different, more like my trailer. The 4 lengths are done, the 2 pieces for the end are done. So the guts of it for the main frame is cut already. There's a bunch of offcuts that'll do the pieces that'll go in between, as you can see there. Yeah, we'll just crack on with it and just make a new one. It's easier, and then it probably doesn't have to be sandblasted. I think they can just acid dip from that point and galvanise, and so he doesn't have to fork out the whatever it is, $300 or whatever to get it sandblasted. That contributes towards material costs, so we're down to $700 you know, cost so far we can figure that out any way you like, but it's better just to build a new one. Look at that. It's just after 4 o'clock and I've decided I should probably stop, because if I don't, everyone will expect me to work decent hours every day, and we can't have that. So it is basically the same as the other one, except done properly, or betterer, more gooderer. I'm waiting for all the comments about welding the drawbar, because all the experts will come along there, but never mind. I actually haven't welded across on the top of the drawbar at this point in time. I probably will, and that'll upset some people, because the Americans reckon you shouldn't do that, but yeah, whatever. Not too many other people have an issue with it, as far as my research indicates. Oh, I'm throwing things on the floor. So made the drawbar intersect at sensible spots. It'd be nice if it intersected just a bit further over there, where it's nice and strong, but you get good sort of lot of surface area to weld to and all that sort of carry on. Not that I've done that yet. Sort of weld across the back. It's all TIG welded at the moment. I did drag out the MIG. I was going to use my MIG, and it's out of gas. So poo-poo to that. And then I was just going to weld all that one side of that, and that was going to be the top, and then MIG weld all everything else underneath, because the TIG weld you can get it nice and flush with the rest of the steel, so that when you put the deck on there's no issues. But then I carried on, I put the drawbar on there, so that's now the bottom of the trailer. So it might end up the whole thing's TIG welded, but no big deal. It was about lunchtime. It's kind of the same deal with my trailer out there. It was about lunchtime before I put a cut through the first piece of material, and I mean, we've got a basic trailer frame there. There's still a lot of welding to do, but pretty good. It threatened to rain before, and it's given up on that. So hopefully that wheels in over the top of this. I think it will. And then I can go inside and have a cold drink. All right, we are humming along. We've got some new springs. Actually not badly priced. They look a lot higher than the ones that are in the trailer, but they're not. It's just the other ones have got shackles on there, whereas these have just got I don't know what they call that, a slip tang or something like that. Yep, there you go, springs done. Bolts with a grease nipple on the front one with the new bush, because the ones in there needed new bushes anyway. So it's far easier and cheaper, better for the customers to put new springs on and new tabs instead of cutting the ones off that thing. And we're done. So I've made, at the request of the customer, some doofers to slide the ramps into underneath the back of the car to make it easier. He didn't want them on the top there like that anymore. He said that was a nuisance. It's fair enough. His trailer, we'll do it his way. And so we've put them in under there. And that's, I'm not, if that sounds sarcastic or anything like that, skeptical or whatever, it's not. I've got mine on my trailer kind of sort of like this, but there's no way they'll fit underneath mine. Mine's too low, whereas this one will be no problem at all. So that's basically, I haven't done anything with this here, but that's fine. That is ready to flip up the other way, which is going to be a mega challenge, but I'll figure it out. Some of you were talking about the size of it. You saw a picture on Facebook and thought that the trailer was quite small. Well, I was standing here when I took the photo, and I had to zoom out. Oh, I can't even zoom out far enough to make the trailer fit in when I'm on video, and you guys thought it looked like a garden trailer. Well, if you compare it to the size of the March there, it's not a garden trailer. It's 3.6 meter deck, I think it is, from t'other end to here, and it's 1.9 wide, and it's good. Right, I do have a plan. We're going to use that there crane and stick it in from the side here and pick it up from there, and it'll go like that and hopefully not crash onto the ground. We're going to come this way a lot before we do that, because there's an expensive car up there that I don't want to hit with the trailer. I'm not too worried about the March, that'll be fine. All right, Let's get her done. I'm probably going to put it on the floor again without springs. Slide that puppy back over the top of it and call it a day, because it's nearly 4 o'clock again. Well, that took a while. Good news is nobody died in Operation Turn That Bitch Up the Right Way. I did have to enlist the assistance of wifey, however, and that may incur a penalty of having to watch 2 episodes in a row of Vampire Diaries. Hey, I mean, some of the girls are relatively pretty to look at, but the rest of it's just downright boring. So if I have baggy eyes and I'm saying that last night I came out here and did some welding and got the top of it all finished, then you'll know why. Because I'd rather be working than watching Vampire Diaries. That needs... I'm not going to grovel around on the ground to show you, but basically the top of that weld there, and that one there, and that one there, and all the others, all the tops need to be done. There are a couple, I can't remember where they are, that need a weld down the inside of them done. That one. See? See? That needs doing, and probably some welding. Oh, look at the big finger, some welding there. Have I broken a nail? Torn a nail? Oh no, who cares? I better zoom back out. That's terrible footage from Glenn as per usual. See the rampy thingies? Good, yep, sweet. The bits hanging out the side to put his tail lights on? Good, sweet. You won't smash tail lights off with those on there. You will destroy whatever it is that hits those. I should put some sort of a deflector on there, eh? So that, I mean, that's nearly done. We can put an axle on that, and it would roll. We need to do, I've got to figure out exactly how I'm going to do that. I've got 1,000 different ideas to do it, but that'll do for now where it sits. And it's just the box section stuff to do the basic frame around the top there, around the sides. So I will actually just stick them straight onto the top of that. That's 50 mils wide. We're only going to use 25 of it, so you just notch the plywood and stick it in like that and it'll be good as gold. I would put it up the side there. That would look nicer perhaps, make it easier to do the deck, give you a little bit more room on the deck as well, but it'll nudge out the mud guards too far out, unless I come up with something. Enough babble, cold drink. We'll carry on tomorrow. Starting to look like a trailer, isn't it? I'm a bit tired, but oh, now it's a lot of welding. It's the Pagani Zonda of trailers, because the whole thing's been TIG welded. There's, I don't know, half a dozen welds over here that weren't, but the rest of it's all TIG. Took a long time, but that's all right. It's kind of therapeutic in a way. The TIG didn't enjoy that much. The torch was getting a bit melty. I mean, it's a 200 amp TIG, but you can't use it at anything more than like 150 amps for sort of 5 minutes or something, and then it'll just start melting. The hose, the gas hose that goes into the torch was the one that was giving up. And also torch gets a bit hard to hold, so there are water cooled ones and stuff, but hey, I should really just buy a MIG if I'm going to do any more stuff like this. Where are we at? Basically, most of it is done. We've got the bits on the end here to put the ramps on. I closed this door because there's too much sun coming through. It was getting brutal. I've put some reinforcing in between there. He's going to put a plywood deck on it, so that's all it needs. That's that same stuff as this. It's thick section, so it'll take the weight. It's only designed for small cars, not for tractors. If it was a tractor trailer, then there'd be more of this stuff going across, but it's unbraked anyway, so you can't put a hell of a lot of weight on it. So yeah, basically, well, from here back, that's finished. Needs a couple of holes drilled, well, probably more than a couple, some holes drilled in it for when it gets galvanized, but that's done. We need some mounts on here, which I will do tomorrow. I've had enough for today, for the mud guards. I've got to take the axle off the other trailer, put some plates on it and stuff to suit those springs, and then we can move all the way, drill some holes for the galvanizing. He was talking about putting a winch on it, so we need to, maybe there needs to be something here for a winch to mount onto. Oh, that sun's brutal coming in through the door there, and I still haven't done the tang on the drawbar for mounting the hitch, but that's actually going to be pretty easy. I've come up with something that'll be brutally simple and foolproof, and it won't fail if the welds decide to give up. Speaking of giving up, that's probably me for the day. I've got a bit of a problem to think about. I have been just lying this on the floor and bringing the other trailer in, so everything's all nice and secure, but yeah, I can't do that now. Definitely not easily. If I had some, oh, there's actually one piece there. Yeah, there might be a couple of pieces I could use. I can stick some bits of steel through here and put the sawhorses way out the sides and stack it up, and you could still get that other trailer underneath. Or I can just go and pull the wheels and everything off it now. I mean, no one can take it anyway. Its next journey may be the scrap metal dealer. It's still there. No one stole it. The poor old trailer has been salvaged of all its parts that we reckon we need. There's at this point there's nothing left on here that I want. Oh, maybe the tie down points, we'll chop those off and clean them up potentially. Oh, it's probably, no, we'll just get some new ones. They probably cost less than the time it'll take to chop them off. Now, there's no optical illusion going on there. This is spot the problem. That's got a little bit of toe, because this is the bottom side we're looking at. I marked it. See, that's the top and that's the front. Make sure that square is square again, which it is. And you can see there's a massive amount of toe going on there. Apart from the toes that you can see there. Huge amount of toe in on that wheel. To be fair, it's not all that easy to get those stubs into the axles straight without some sort of jig or tooling or cleverness, because they are not normally a tight fit inside the tube, so they can kind of sit skew, and you think they look straight when you're welding it up, and then you put the hub on there. Excuse me. And yeah, nah, bro. Actually not. I think the other side's pretty good. So let's just straighten that one out and pull the hubs off it, and we'll get it galvanized. And it's got a little bit of a bow in the middle. It's not massive. Can you see it? You should be able to see that. Get out of the way. So I'll probably just drive over it with our 2-ton press, and that'll straighten that out, and that'll be good to go. Welcome to operation. Where there's a will, there's a way. Yeah, that's slightly sketchy. Never stand under a suspended load. Ain't gonna do that. But that'll fit on there. I've just got to work my way through it, bit by bit. Need to really probably just get the drawbar somewhere near it, where it needs to be at the front, and secure it up high with a couple of strops, and then just use the winch and the tackle block or whatever it's called off this side here, and just pull it over there, and it'll be good. Someone needs to support the crane, but doing this all by myself at the moment, so fun and games. That's actually a really heavy trailer. Poor old crane. 500 kgs. Yeah, it'll be under that, but yep. Look at that. No massive pools of blood on the ground. A few little scratches in the cobbles. I don't think they'll mind. Ta-da! Got it done. I didn't even kill the trailer. Either of them. I really hope the scrap metal dealers are open tomorrow, because my plan is to get rid of that. I need to do the final things on this, and then that needs to go for galvanizing. Then I'll be able to get this out and put it on that good trailer there, and we might go downs again. The theory being that those injectors are cleaned properly. If they're not, it could end badly. I haven't decided, maybe flip a coin and see. I believe the weather's going to be good. It's too good today, it's stinking hot.